Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. We are back again, and we are taking on these woke New York ballot measures. The first one is definitely woke, and there's a reason why it is so woke, and there's a reason why they put so much emphasis on race, gender, disability, age, national origin, because they are going to try to better yet increase the turnout in this pro-abortion ballot measure. So I want to believe, I can't say that officially that is pro-abortion, but it did say, of course, reproductive health care autonomy. That basically declares that this is abortion ballot measure. Let's see. Wikipedia. There had to be one in New York. Let's see. New York. Yeah. Let's see. No, by topic. Okay, yes, you'll see. This is legislature proposal 1, and you'll see the amendment to protect against unequal treatment. Sounds pretty okay, right? That's the point. That is the point. They want to make it sound so innocent. In other words, you're a good person, right? Then you would support this ballot measure. That's a right thing to do. And that's what a lot of people have been caught into, if you will. A lot of people have been caught when it comes to this ballot measure. It's a little grift, and it pretty much, well, let's just read the whole thing, and so we can get a better look at what we're dealing with. This amendment would add language to the state constitution providing that individuals cannot be denied rights on the basis of their ethnicity, national origin, age, disability, or sex, including sexual or orientation, gender identity, gender expression, pregnancy outcomes, and reproductive health care and autonomy. That's the last thing that the left, these New York establishment, is really hoping that would get more people to say yes. And you'll see, although yes, obviously won in a landslide, there have been in numerous counties that voted no, a respectable 37.5%. Now, first of all, it does not make sense to pay for a ballot measure to even to basically add that people with respecting, of course, rights on the basis of ethnicity, national origin, age, disability, etc., because that's already protected under the Civil Rights Amendment, right? You cannot discriminate against against any race, including whites. A lot of people seem to forget about that these days, including age, along with ethnic origin, gender, and apparently reproductive health care and autonomy. I would never, ever expect that to be on there because it isn't. It's not protected under the Civil Rights Amendment. Period. Why is it not? Well, we know what the grift the New York left is trying to do. Do we not? The New York left is trying to basically say, hey, look, it's on the civil rights, so as you know, thing. And it's not really. It's a choice, which I don't want them to make a choice, but it's a choice for the woman. But it should not be paid by tax dollars. Ideally, women shouldn't be getting abortions. When you have sex, I'm going to be blunt, sex, you are committing to having a baby. You don't have sex for fun. A lot of people these days think it's a funny and fun thing to do. It's not. It's a serious thing because you are making a commitment. And it's basically a slap to the face towards us, the taxpayers. You go and have sex, and we we think, oh, you must want a baby, because that's what sex is. You have a baby, correct? And then you throw the baby away. What was the purpose of sex? It basically shouts out loud that you are being neglectful and selfish towards yourself and your partner. And as a result, when I say selfish, because we, the people, have to pay for your stupid abortion. This is the problem in regards to the said responsibility. No responsibility and accountability for women, apparently. No responsibility or accountability for women. They should be able to have sex for whatever reason. And if they get pregnant, they should throw it away for free, as the taxpayers will pay for it. Does that make sense to you all? It doesn't to me. I think it's screwed up. So the basis of this very complicated and woke ballot measure is that they're trying to reach moderates, and they definitely have, trust me. And people that think they're good people. And everyone's good. But they're trying to intimidate you in this. Everyone believes that in this supports the Civil Rights Amendment, including Republicans, obviously. And they're trying to take a non-controversial amendment, the Civil Rights Amendment, and put it into the abortion measure to help intimidate and help influence more people to say yes. Now, did it work? Not necessarily, because it got to 62%. If you put civil rights in there, usually you see New York voting into a 70 to 80% clip in support of the civil rights measure. A lot of New Yorkers understood the grift, and thankfully, they said, no, we already have civil rights. Civil rights are protected under the Constitution. Why are we adding it in the New York State Constitution? This is a waste of tax-paying dollars. If you want an abortion measure, you should have titled it Right to Abortion. And there you go. You would have got an outcome result there. But for some reason, New York wanted to gaslight and, of course, virtue signal and project their support towards all people. And they're trying to reach out to people saying, hey, look, New York, it's a welcoming place. It, of course, respects gender identity. And do you really think gender identity? I would be like, you realize this means if someone goes and says, I'm a woman, even though he's clearly a man. This, under the New York State Constitution, they would respect that. Meaning that they won't stop this creep from going into a woman's bathroom because in their minds, he's a girl. All it takes is a maniac, an idiot, a selfish, lustful idiot to declare himself a girl so he could go into bathrooms and creep on women. And New York, so dense and dumb, decided to approve this. So this obviously was a very destructive ballot measure. Not only did it approve abortion in the state, but it pretty much also declared that, hey, if you decide to become a girl, okay, and you should be able to go into the woman's locker room without a problem. The woman's bathroom without a problem. And New York and the law will have to respect that. That's screwed up. And I would say that's part of the reason why No did so well. The gender orientation and gender identity, gender expression thing, that really turned people off in support of this reproductive health care and autonomy. And I would guarantee you this measure would do much more and much better if that wasn't even on the gender or gender identity wasn't on there. Because they know New York's a pro-abortion state, right? That's not going to change, ever. They know that's not changing, even though the woke left will try to intimidate you and think it does. But really, they see a problem. that about sexual orientation. And normally people would say, okay, I don't care if you call yourself a girl, just don't push it on me. Don't get me involved in it. It's not just that we are being forced to use these stupid woke pronouns, but we're supposed to accept and let these creeps into women's bathrooms. That is a serious problem. And that creates so many issues like rape. I will not be surprised if the rating on rapings skyrockets, and it's already high in New York. Are you kidding? So we talked a good portion of this video, 10 minutes on this very important ballot measure, because it's probably the most destructive ballot measure in 2024. It not only is it affirming and confirming, of course, abortion, which they like to call reproductive health care and reproductive autonomy, but they are securing that the Constitution would add and protect, and they cannot deny your so-called right to enter the woman's bathroom and creep on women. That is what New York State is saying, and that is disgusting. So, I mean, I'm just saying they say they're pro-woman, but here's the deal: you cannot be pro-trans and pro-woman at the same time. There's no way you can. You gotta choose a side. They think you can be pro-both. Be both. No. Because when you're pro-woman, you stand for women playing in women's sports and women only playing in women's sports. And only women being in women's locker rooms. No so-called men that transition to a man. No, man that transition to a woman and go in. No. And when you're pro-trans, hey, guess what? You basically support trans rights, and you're harming women by letting these transgender people that actually don't exist, by the way, they made up the word. They walk right in, and they creep on women, and hey, maybe they don't want to creep on women. I'm not saying all trans people creep on women. All I'm saying is it's a risk you're taking. You're taking a risk, and in the state of New York, and every state, the country is supposed to protect you from threats. And maybe these people aren't threats, but you are opening the gate to a threat in the future. Because all it takes is a dense, lustful idiot to become a girl for a few hours to go in order to rape and assault a woman or a girl, a little girl. Is that fair for the little girl? Because you don't want to hurt this so-called transgender person's feelings. You want to play his game. This is a game. And nothing but a game. So you can't be pro-trans, you can't be pro-woman. You have to choose a side. Yeah, we talked a lot about this ballot measure. Going quickly, we'll say the county that supported it the most, no surprise, is Manhattan. The county that disapproved of it, basically, is Wyoming County, 70%. The only county to go to the 70% level. But yes. Yeah, I'm happy. Like Warren County, I thought Warren County will definitely support abortion ballot measure. It's a tossed-up county. Trump almost lost this county in 2020. I thought for sure, but I'm telling you, it's the gender identity and gender expression and orientation. They screwed themselves and shot themselves in the foot. And really, I can only feel bad. I don't even feel bad. You can only feel very little sympathy for them. But let's take a look at New York Amendment 2, Proposition 2. New York Charter Amendment, New York 2. Okay, I think this is New York City. Yeah, this is New York City. I think all of these are New York City. But yeah, I think that's it, actually. All of these are New York City, New York City, New York City. Um, other than the wokeness that has plagued New York and that has taken place here, there's nothing really to say other than Rockland County rejected the ballot measure. Rockland County rejected it by over a point. This is a county that Trump lost twice. Once in 2016, once in 2020, and you took it back in 2024. It was a close race, though. It voted for Chuck Schumer, and it did good against Kamala Harris. And Sullivan, if you haven't noticed, switched sides. It originally was for the no column. It's now for the yes, 50-50, with just what it's looking like right now, less than 10 votes of a majority. Interesting results. But yes, you'll see Tompkins definitely. You got Cortland County, a former Democrat stronghold. You got Madison, Otsego. Broome is solidified 56%. Ontario County, it's sad we carried this county 3 times for Trump. We did very well. Actually, Trump almost lost this county in 2020. It was fairly close. But that went in support of the ballot measure. But I don't know. Look, all these results. But yeah, just to let you know, don't go to New York. I mean, they're just as cuckoo for Cocoa Puff as California. So lesson learned. So what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.